Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Faith and Fame Show. My name is Dickens The Great, and what a great honor to have.
I'm going to talk to God, and of course, my desire is that His will be done. So it is important that as I am pursuing something, what is God saying about it? Where does He want to see me? Yeah. So that's how I try to align myself so that I'm not off track.
And how so prayer? What role does prayer really plays into your life?
Prayer is not my last resort. Prayer is my first starting point. Before you set foot, I first lay it down before, like I said, God is the first person who to know what is it I am going through. I don't want to come to God when I'm failing. I come to God when I'm starting, so that He can let me know that this direction is the one I'm supporting or not. And if you're going this way, this is what you're going to do. So that's very important for me whenever I'm starting. Yeah.
Amazing. Now, there's something about moments. Or rather, have there been a moment when only faith kept you going? As a man, as a person. You're like, hey, hapa mali imefika sasa. Wacha gurudumu ikuwe ni ya imani.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Some of my greatest testimonies were born in seasons when faith was all I had. Yeah. Yeah. God often does His deepest work when I learn to trust Him completely, because you realize that you can hit like a wall, and things are not looking as good. And even you're trying to look for the light at the end of the tunnel, and it doesn't seem to be there. But there's one place you can anchor yourself, hook yourself in God and trust, and know that. And as much as I'm not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, I know that it is there.
All right. Yeah. Now, I want you to look at my friends back at home, and as you answer this question, can someone truly succeed without values and principle? First of all,
might
succeed. Hey.
But it's hard. It's important. Like we said, there are things that are foundational and very fundamental in life, because you must have values.
You must have values. The values that you stand for.
Yeah, you must have, because you can't stand without. See, even a human being stand. If you don't have a backbone, you can't be able to stand. So values are like the backbone for what you are doing and for what you believe in, and so they must be there, and that's how people even will come to respect you and honor you, and those who can follow you will only follow you because you have something that you stand for.
Wonderful. Now, how do you handle temptation, distraction, and pressure?
One, like we've been talking about faith. We've been talking about trusting God, and like the things that you stand for will also help you. But I think most importantly, God has given us His word, and God has given us people to walk with, people that we are accountable to. Those are things that, or people that will help us stay grounded and stay rooted on what we agreed when we were starting.
Amazing.
If you're a Christian, there are things that are no. We don't have shortcuts about.
You just have to work them out.
Yeah.
Now, leadership and character. Just you mentioned so much about character, and you cannot be a leader without character.
Yeah.
But then you can be a character when you're not a leader anyway.
Yeah.
But it requires you that you have a character for you to step into leadership. And I know you are a leader somewhere. Sorry. So, what character? Why is character more important than fame?
I told you that character is who you are when we are not looking. Your character is what defines you, even when we're not there. How you articulate what you stand for, the things you do. So, fame without character is like a a bullet without direction because it's going to hit anything. And in most cases, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be good. It's like a stray bullet. Yes. So you need character to shape the trajectory of your fame.
Amazing. What habits now build either a strong man or a woman of purpose?
It's nothing out of the blues.
Hey.
It's a day-to-day stuff that we do. Of course, you see, everything I'm doing and I'm talking about today is based on my belief in God, my faith. And so anything that I'm doing, it has to be in relation to this which I believe. So habit would mean that I read the Word of God, I pray, I connect with God most of the time, and I am accountable. I have people that I can talk with matters faith, and just fellowship with the right people, and being in the right place at the right time, and doing what equips or builds that which is in me.
Wow. Now, youth talk, and maybe that segment of youth and all this thing. I mean, there's a lot of things that today is happening, and I'll just remember something. A friend of mine once said that, you know what, when the family is well shaped, we'll have a good nation. But when the family is broken, we'll not have that good nation. Because now, all these things, the fracas we hear, the fracas we see, tells you how many broken homes that are in Kenya. You see, if there are many farm homes in Kenya, we wouldn't see much of this. Because it's at home that people learn character, people learn principles, but if now they are coming from a place this thing were not taught, there will always gangsters out there who will teach them. And that's why now we have so many in the street today without vision, without direction, and in return, we see what's now happening to our own street today. And so that's will have to bring me into this question. What are young people getting wrong about success today? Because we're chasing it too much, but now we do not know where it is.
In this generation, we are looking at things in a microwave kind of setting.
Microwave kind of setting?
Yes.
Hey, that we need to go into.
You put something in there and you press 1 minute. And boom, it's ready.
It's ready, yes.
We can't look at success that way. It's a journey. But even before that journey begins, there is something, it's called self-development.
Self-development.
We ought to work on ourselves. We ought to prepare ourselves for that success. But if we get that success, it's going to kill us. I'll give you an example. There are some resources or things that if I was given 20 years ago, I think they would have lost me, or they would have killed me, for lack of a better word. But if it happens now, there's some work that has happened on me. There's some development, there's some growth that I have, and even some form of maturity that you're able now to not just misuse whatever God has given you. At the end of the day, remember we said we are stewards. So if success comes and stewardship is not there, we are going to be lost. We are going to, it's going to be a loose cannon.
Amazing. Yeah. So is balance really possible, or life is about priority?
I think priorities is important, because I told you it's hard to say I'll give 30% this, 30% to that, and 30% to this. Priorities are very important. So that you know because when you're doing something, especially, let me talk about myself. I want to focus on this program, finish with it, then move to the next one. Because right now, this is what is important and priority. So I prioritize it at this time. But of course, there's a lineup of the things that you want to do, and we're also listing them in order of priority. So what comes first, what comes after the other one. They might carry the same weight at some point, but at that particular point, that is what matters.
Amazing, amazing. Mr. Victor, somebody says, and it must have come from our county. He said that, you know what, I don't have money, neither do I have a car. I don't have money, I don't have a house, I don't have enough clothes. But my first priority is to have a BMW. My first priority is to have a BMW. And somebody told him, yes, your first priority is having a BMW. Usitusumbue kwa petrol station. Sisi tunataka tuniju tuko na makwetu tunaenda kupark magari. So you choose. I mean, life is about priorities, yeah? In as much as we are talking of balance and all these things, there's always one step at a time. Having a dream is not being in the place of accomplishment. Having a dream is just a journey to be somewhere. You see, it's just a journey that, that's the place I'm looking at, but I don't despise where I'm starting. Many people lose, or rather many of us today, we are losing most of our dreams and ambitions in life because we've seen it there. And I know you're not in this room, but at least Mr. Victor can say we have a mirror on the other side. But there's a way. You have to walk from, you have to open that door. There's a place there you need to press, then you pull it out, then you get the other side. But instead of we doing that, we break into the window, only to realize there's a lot of windows need to be broken. By the time you finish breaking them, now you'll be tired. Your energy is gone, time is gone, and everything is gone. So even if you reach there, there's no peace, there's no all these things. So there's key thing for us that, we think of the priority. Yeah, you think of priority. It is one day at a time. Somebody says one day at a time, sweet Jesus, as we keep moving. Yeah. Amazing, Mr. Victor. So one thing, the emphasis is we need to have priorities. I'm a student of business, and we learn something about these priorities and urgencies. Yeah, you can have orders of priorities here and there. But again, in this thing, you have again to understand which one is more urgent to other. Because if you don't treat the one with the most urgencies, even if you finish all these things, it's still nonsense. But then you can be able to finish the first one with the most urgency, going down, then it's key. Somebody once said, between sleeping and eating, which one is more urgent first? And somebody says, I rather eat and not sleep, but I cannot sleep and eat at the same time. Now, Mr. Victor, how do you know when your work is destroying your peace?
Wow. That's a difficult one. But I think everything we do, as long as we know the end result that we want, I know what I want, and if that's not seem to be happening, and I seem like to be hitting just blows in the air, some things are not adding up. I think now it's starting to weigh you down. When things start to weigh you down a lot, you might want to reconsider. Yes, but I think more so you want to do something that gives you some excitement. It gives you some form of contentment. And if some of these things are not adding up, if they're not making sense, if they're not going towards the direction that you're going, then you realize that you become unsettled. You become so
restless.
Joy is leaving you. Fatigue is coming in. Restlessness, and so a lot of things will not be in the and you won't even be in the right state of your mind if your peace is rattled. Yeah.
But Mr. Victor, I think you'd agree with me. It's not about how much money you have or which office you're working on. If the key thing, peace is not there, no matter how much these people are giving you. You see, me, I can work at any time. Tell me I'm coming to host a show, my friend, I'll come. In fact, I'll ask you for money later. But if it is any other work, in fact, I'll ask you, man, have you sent something into my M-Pesa? You see, and how much is it? Is it something? But you see, this thing is more into heart. Yeah, it is more into heart. I mean, I can always come. I can go out there and say, I want to bring so and so into this thing, and we'll come and sit here because I'm not struggling doing it. So I value much peace into doing this. I value much love, and that's how also growth is measured because your patience with yourself. Now, what advice will you give someone feeling lost in life?
Feeling lost.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe if I can paraphrase the question, feeling lost in this sense, you are not so sure whether you have the future, and we are speaking with gentlemen out here. You're not so sure whether you have the future, whether, I mean, how tomorrow you're living in those, unknown or rather uncertainties. Yeah. Now, how will you talk to such a person?
One, I think everyone at some point in their life has found themselves in that place. So, but the best thing to do, first of all, is to, once you acknowledge that I don't think I am in the right place, where I should be, or where I'm, acknowledgement. Once you acknowledge that, hey, route ni wrong, is to first come back to your senses. Come back to your senses. There's a story of the prodigal son who realized that, hey, this direction I've taken is not the right one. So he came back to his senses and then realign. He said, I think home is best.
All right.
He went back home.
Okay.
So for someone who's feeling lost, I think I'd say reroute your path back to God.
Reroute your path back to God.
That's the first place. And of course, it might be hard for someone who's never been in that place. Find someone who can lead you in that direction. So find someone who can speak sense into you, and even someone who can tell you the truth. Because sometimes that is where we find we miss the mark. But also be a listener, or someone who is teachable, so that whenever you're told the truth and you're told which direction you can take and see how best to you can rearrange your path, then once you're able to do that, you might find your way back. But being lost or finding yourself in that place, many people have found themselves in that place, but there's always a way back home. The first place to start is at God's feet, and the right people who can direct you and how to get back on your feet again. Yeah.
Okay. Now, and how can you rebuild your life after it has failed in any state?
The ground.
Once,
remember, talked about foundation. All might be lost, but there's one person who will never leave. And I said, this is a story around my faith. God is the place where we run to.
All right.
Find your grounding on Him, and then now you're able to start. Because once your ground is strong enough, a house built on a good ground does not, even if the rains come, it will still be there. So if your grounding is right, find your true north, step on it. Then you're able to realize, south ndio ile, north ndio, or rather, even ukiwa north bado kuna north, or west. So find the right place to stand first. And for this case, I talk about find your place in God. And go back home. That is our ground zero.
Amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, back at home, I know you've been following this conversation and you want to be part of it. And how do you become part of it? Interact with me. You do that in comment section by letting me know how you're finding this topic. You have a story you want to share out through our conversation here. You can do that in the comment section. But if you are out there and you're a creative, you're looking for space, and you're like, how can I be able to, to do this thing? I know I have the guts to do it. I need help. You can reach out to me in my personal email. That is odongodickens106@gmail.com, and I'll be able to let you know how we can be able to bring your content into life. And by the way, just to remind you, this show has been brought to you by Dickens Media. It has also been brought to you by iHub Podcast. I'm going to be telling you how you can be able to get to know more of iHub. As we continue, by the way, Mr. Victor, it's always great honor and pleasure to having you talking about these things. And I know time will not always allow us and even favoring us in, in continuing many of these conversations. But we can never finish the talk. We can never finish the show if you don't talk about the impact and the legacy. You see, this Faith and Fame show, Dickens will never do it forever. By the way, we are just laying a foundation. Someone else is coming. And that person will have to sit down, see what was Dickens doing, and then he continues from there. We go on and on and on and on and on. Someone else again will come. So that means we have to be writing our legacy as young as we are, or as young as long as we have started something. And now that will bring me into that is now impact and legacy. So at the end of your life, Mr. Victor, what do you want people to remember you, or rather remember about you?
I would like to be remembered as a man who loved God, loved his family, and served people with all his heart.
And serve people with all his heart. Do you have testimonies out there?
Many. Do you want to share?
No, you're directing question to me, right? What kind of legacy do you want to leave for your family and generations?
A legacy of faith, discipline, and love.
A legacy of faith, discipline, and love. Wow, that's very key. I mean, that's short to the point. If you had one final message to the youth, what would it be?
Don't rush to be successful.
There's a journey you have to follow.
There is a place, there are things that you have to create to manage the success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Amazing. Create and managing success.
Yes. Take time to become solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Build muscle. Because you might have success, but every day there are new things happening, things change, but you want to build something called capacity to be able to withstand and even to be able to sustain that wealth. You might have wealth or other success at a particular time, but if you have nowhere where it's going, there's no character, there's no purpose, there's no vision, you have to start somewhere. So no rushing. Yeah, you also need wisdom and discipline to make sure all these things do not sweep you by. Yeah, sometimes when you like we said earlier, if all you have is money, then there's a problem. There need to be something to be able to manage all this. So what you become will determine what you can sustain. Yeah, so success should be at the somewhere in between, not from the beginning. Yes, so that you're able to sustain it. And you're also going to remain sane.
Maybe now, Mr. Victor, you'll come to the end of this particular show. I would love to know, or rather, I would love you to talk to some specific individuals that I know there's somebody who has just come out of school, and I would never forget when you're out in school sometimes you just choose to be different, not knowing the life of school is different with the actual life out there. Where now there you pay rent, unakosana na watu, unafanya nini and all these things. You want to be different, and they're thinking of, I just need to start somewhere and then boom, niko kwa supermarket. And I just want to try to speak with those people the importance of being patient, patience with one another. The other thing I would love you also to talk about these friends, maybe perhaps they've seen one another. Now we've talked about the importance of marrying your friend. I mean, you've said something about there. Now, the importance of having, or rather, mentors or people hold your hands when you're preparing to get into the space of marriage and all that. Because you talk about family, I would love you to talk about them. And then now, finally, you tell us where we can be able to reach out to you in social media and you can keep the conversation going.
So for the young person who is just starting off, like I said, ground zero. Let's find ourselves rooted in the right place. Let's find our right footing, and for this case, find yourself a place in God, and then find the right people who can journey with you. Find a mentor. For those of you who are able to learn a skill, learn. If you're able to join courses, these days there are many. Some are even online. If you're not able to join a school, learn something. YouTube is a great teacher. Learn, teach yourself, prepare yourself. The beauty of learning a skill, once you learn it, it's there. Wherever you are thrown, you're going with it. You're not leaving it at home. It's not like something that's not a laptop. It's in your system. It's embedded in you that wherever
unless
you
they
go,
break you.
Yeah, unless they break you. But wherever you will be.
But even though if
will
they
be there.
break you, the still part of you will go with those nini. So wakikuunganisha ni.
So it's important to find a right footing, root yourself in faith, love God, and learn. Find a place where you can learn. Find the right people to journey with you. Walk with people. Yeah, no one. They say no man is an island. So the people are in your life, and for different seasons, for different reasons. Some will direct you, some will teach you, some will correct you, some will uphold you, some even will be your destiny helpers or destiny connectors. So it's important that we build relationships that last, relationships that are also very good, that will steer you to the right direction. Because remember, if someone holds your hand, it means you will also be able to hold someone's hands. It is hard for you to do something that never happened to you. So sometimes it's very key that we get the right footing. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now let us know how we can reach out to you on social media and all these things.
I think we can find us on McKnight's Kitchen.
McKnight's Kitchen.
McKnight's Kitchen. That's in TikTok.
You can spell it McKnight.
MCK Night.
MCK and then Night.
Yes,
okay.
Night. Kitchen. I think that's where we are on TikTok. We yes, like I said earlier, I'm the founder of McKnight Logistics. So kitchen is just a subset of this organization.
Okay.
And so on. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What of Facebook, Instagram?
You can just Facebook. What am I called on Facebook? Victor Otieno.
Victor Otieno.
Yes.
Instagram.
McKnight Logistics.
Okay. Maybe there's one social media you are so used to. Which one is that? Because you are not sure of the rest. But
I don't think I'm big on social media.
But we can reach out to you on those spaces, right? All right. Before we finish, what does McKnight do, and are there contacts? Should we have maybe something?
McKnight Logistics is a solution-oriented company.
Solution-oriented company.
So we offer solutions to your problems.
What if somebody is having headache? Do you offer such?
I'm coming there. So we do logistics, basically. We do events. We are big on events. We can connect you, and we make your event a success, however big or small. It could be a house function, a mini function, or a mega function. It could be a wedding, it could be a party, it could be an organization's program. Or AGM, etc. So those are some of the things that we come to do to make your event or function a success, and bits of logistics here and there, transportation, planning, and so on. Yeah.
Amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's amazing. It's been a great honor speaking with Mr. Victor Otieno, the founder of the McKnight Logistics and the McKnight Kitchen. I don't know how the two are always, but anyway, you can always find them, reach out to them for your parties, wedding, whatever it is that it needs people to serve you with foods and all those things. You can reach out to them, and they'll be able to give you a good service over there. By the way, this show has been brought to you by Dickens Media. It has also been sponsored by iHub and many people. We're still asking you, if you're out there, you want to sponsor our main shows, you can as well reach out to us on dickensmedia19@gmail.com. By the way, looking out for photography, videography, emceeing, moderation, live streaming, and many more. Even media training in terms of camera, photography, and also just to do on how to host. You can as well reach out to us on dickensmedia19@gmail.com. Dickens Media on TikTok, Dickens The Great TV on YouTube, and of course Dickens Odongo pale kwa Facebook and Instagram, Dickens The Great. Shikanisha, itakuwa ni tamu tena sana. It's been true, it's been an honor. Let's keep the conversation going, live interaction. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you. Asante sana Bwana Victor.